Anyway, we do want to take you into all the newspapers are on break, by the way.
Yeah.
So they should go and rest. We are here. They're holding the fort down. And on the online authors, though, haven't gone to sleep because online everywhere, it's like everybody's on fire. So it's good. We have City Newsroom.com.
Yeah.
We have ChannelOneNews.com, and we have a few other portals as well.
Yeah, I have Graphic Online here.
Okay,
yeah.
good. So you want to start with Graphic Online?
All right, so let me start with Graphic Online and graphiconline.com. We have here, man jailed 19 years for defiling 11-year-old boy. Marketing officer on bail over alleged theft of 176,693. And we have Trump vows to stop transgender lunacy, and the story continues there. Diplomatic Corps commends Bawumia for statesmanship, and also President Akufo-Addo commissions as in Libo forward operating base. And on the latest news in Ghana today, we have NPP sets up election review committee to investigate 2024 election defeat. University of Ghana, Alan K. confer with President-elect Mahama. Agona West NPP sacks 280 members, including incumbent MP Cynthia Morrison. CHAS calls for immediate release of outstanding funds for schools. Asante Hene's chief palm wine tapper and Goso Mahine dies at age 58. Bawumia on why he conceded early in election 2024 and how to stay healthy during this Amatan, very important. Central Regional NPP Chairman Robert Kuntin passes on. Teachers in colleges of education threaten strike over unfulfilled agreement. Legal system must be allowed to function without undue interference or public grandstanding, and that's by Prof. Ade. President commends Presby Church on 200th milestone.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. I'll take you to the heraldghana.com, and that's our good friend Larry Alans Dogbe's site there. We have NDC accuses Jean Mensah and others of illegality and impunity. We also have Immigration Service debunks the $240 million US dollar e-gate corruption claim. We have FDA faces procurement scrutiny, and Mahama on diplomatic tour ahead of inauguration. Citizen blows alarm on rot at Energy Commission, and also there's some of the headlines there. Let's go to our portals. ChannelOneNews.com. I'll give you that, and then Chris, you can take CityNewsroom.com. Okay, so ChannelOneNews.com, we have situation all-white party set to dazzle Accra tonight. I'll read that story later. My constituents will determine if I align with NDC or MPP. Is the Willinsey MP-elect. We have 21-year-old man jailed 19 years for defiling 11-year-old boy. Agona West, expulsion a defeatist approach. Cynthia Morrison's secretary is speaking. Election 2024, Bawumia explains why he conceded early. That should be an interesting read as well. I want to delve later into that. Government releases 25 million Ghana cedis to WAEC to prevent delays in WASI results. And then finally, MPP to set up committee to review 2024 election defeat. All right, so that's what we have, and there's a lot more as well on ChannelOneNews.com. All right, you want to take City Newsroom?
On CityNewsroom.com, we have review free SHS for parents to share costs, and that's by the Institute for Education Studies. And we also have everything you need to know about Operation Recover or Loot. I didn't forfeit NDC membership despite going independent, and that's the Willinsey MP-elect. And Mahama's hard work, MPP's arrogance led to NDC's landslide victory, and that's by Ade Koka. WASI results. Government releases additional 25 million cedis to WAEC. 2024 WASI results. Delay threaten university admissions, chop ones. Let's get to top trending stories. My wife voted for me and I voted for myself, and that's by Cheddar. I've not forfeited my NDC membership, and that's also from the Afram Plains North MP-elect. Akufo-Addo commissions Ghana Navy Forward Operating Base at Ezinlibo. Expedite investigation into fire incident at Kwashima cluster of schools, GES to police.
All right, so we'll take you into some more details in on our portals. Let me take you to election 2024. Bawumia explains why he conceded early. That's on ChannelOneNews.com. Now, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Vice President and flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, in the 2024 presidential election, has explained his decision to concede early, emphasizing that it was to safeguard the nation's peace and stability. Addressing members of the diplomatic corps at his office at the Jubilee House in Accra on Monday, December 23rd, Dr. Bawumia disclosed that the NPP's internal collation system confirmed their defeat early on the morning following the election. He noted that waiting for the Electoral Commission to finalize and announce the results over several days could have heightened unnecessary tension, potentially escalating into disturbances or violence. Dr. Bawumia expressed concern about the potential economic repercussions of any unrest, particularly as Ghana is in a delicate phase of recovery from recent challenges. He stressed that maintaining peace was essential for sustaining progress and ensuring economic stability. Now, he further highlighted the broad security implications for the sub-region, warning that any conflict in Ghana could create opportunities for terrorists to exploit, spreading chaos and instability. His early concession, he said, was a deliberate move to protect both the nation and the region from such risks. All right, and once again, I would like to say kudos to the Vice President and the flag bearer of the NPP, because that was an unprecedented move on his part, and yes, it was a move in the right direction. Yeah,
I think he did well.
Yeah,
people didn't expect it.
No, we're not.
And especially knowing how the West African terrain, or let's say the African terrain has been when it comes to elections and power and politics in general. I think that was a very great move from him. Yeah. It was surprising to me.
No, I mean, I think it surprised everybody, really. I mean, but it also speaks to what many people have said about the character of the man, and I think for many people, he cemented the perception of him as somebody who is a very even-keeled, level-headed, very serious-minded and positive-looking person.
All right. So we're just going to check out this one, citynewsroom.com. Review free SHS for parents to share costs. And that's by IFES, the Institute for Education Studies. So the Institution for Education Studies has called for the review of the free senior high school policy, proposing that parents share part of the cost to ensure the program's sustainability and effectiveness. The recommendation comes after the conference of heads of assisted secondary schools appealed to the Ministry of Education to release overdue funds critical to the smooth operating of SHSs as they prepare to reopen for the 2025 academic year. In a communique signed by CHAS National Secretary Primus Barrow, the group referenced previous correspondences on September 2024 and August 12, 2024, as well as assurances from the Minister of Education during a Zoom meeting on December 18, 2024, none of which have been implemented. CHAS highlighted that unpaid arrears for perishable items, utility bills, and other essentials continue to hinder the functioning of schools. They stressed that without these funds, reopening schools as scheduled on January 3, 2025 would be challenging, impacting quality education, infrastructure maintenance, and student welfare. Speaking on Channel One Newsroom on Monday, Patrick Dankwa, Deputy Director of IFES, reiterated the importance of reassessing the free SHS policy to address these challenges effectively. I quote, "Free SHS needs to be reviewed so that they can relook at the element of taking part of the cost and allowing the parents who were handling the cost better to continue to handle it the way they did," Dankwa stated. I think the issue of free SHS has actually been a topic on everyone's lips.
Yeah.
Because we have one side of the population saying, we love it. It's great.
As it is.
As it is. You understand?
Yeah.
And we have another part of the population saying, it's a great policy, but it really needs to be worked on. It needs to be better. And I don't know, after reading this, I sort of like agree with Chas, because honestly, it needs to be sustainable.
Yeah.
Things need to be done sustainably.
First of all, it needs to be sustainable, but also beyond being sustainable, it has to be effective.
Yes.
Right. So, and what I mean by that is that you can't run a system that deprives the children of properness.
Yes.
You know, and proper well-being. Because we've had cases of poor quality food, we've had cases of
expired food.
We've had cases of, I mean, we did on community development segment, other things. We've gone to schools, we've seen footage
Furniture.
of, you know, you ask yourself, so if it's free and it's poor quality, is that okay?
It's not okay.
Because it's free?
No.
No, it's not okay. Right, and for me, that's where we draw the line. It's just not okay.
And I feel like I don't know how anybody's going to feel now, but if you're going to put out a policy like this, you should always ask yourself, can my child be in those schools? Yeah.
And that takes me back to what I've always insisted on. And ever since I started this show, being part of this show, I've always said this, that there's no one who heads up an institution who must not, together with their family, be partakers of the system that they preside over.
Exactly.
So if it's the Minister of Health, his entire family need to be beneficiaries of the health system that he is supervising. If it's the Minister of Education, his kids, if his kids are of school-going age, must all be in the system. Okay, and it has to be something that we do by, not just by convention, I think by policy. It's important because how then does the person doesn't have a skin in the game? His kids or her kids would be in schools in South Africa, in the UK, in Europe, in the US, and then he's presiding over what? As who? You don't have any skin in the game, right? You've got to have skin in the game. My child is in this school, here, right here. When we do that, you know, I believe that people would actually make the effort to do
things better.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, because now it's like, when you go home, your family members will be looking at your face because they have experienced the problem there that you are presiding over. You know? So I believe that's what we need to do. Right.
But you know, I also feel like people who think it's great, also need to be educated somehow, and let them know that, you know, if things are not working well, your children might not get the best of education. Yeah. Because it's not just working well. I mean, it's not just about the child being in school.
No. But I mean, for a lot of people, Chris, and see, and this is where the other side also comes in. A lot of people, had it not been free, right, would not have gone to school.
Yes.
So there's that reality, you see. So it mustn't be said as though everybody can go to school.
Yeah.
Right. Some people cannot.
Yeah.
Financially, they're just in a part of the ecosystem where they just can't reach up high enough to get their kids to school. Right. So the free is important. But even as you're doing, so my issue is that the fact that it's free doesn't mean it should be poor quality. And that's my issue.
Right.
You see.
That's everybody's issue.
Yeah, this whole thing of children go for 3 weeks, the term is done.
The traffic light
system. I don't understand that. It's like we're joking. When I was in secondary school, we would go to school for a full 13 weeks. Then you go and you do revision week.
Yeah,
and you go and write exams.
Right, midterm.
How are you going to school for 3 weeks and you say you're done with the syllabus? You go to school for a month, you're done with how is that even, what are they learning?
And how are they learning?
Is it not surprising that some kids come out of school, SHS, they are finished though. They have qualification.
Good grades.
They have a certificate. When you ask them to write their name, even that one is a problem. It's a problem. They say people somehow manage to go to university in Ghana.
Oh yeah.
But only in Ghana will they find a university to go to. And the university will accept them. And when you meet the person, they cannot construct a straight sentence, one, in English. Not a long sentence, a simple short sentence. They cannot put together. We can't be proud of this, right? As an education system, we cannot be proud of this. Seriously, we need to do better. We really need to do better. Okay, so earlier I read the story of Dr. Bawumia and saying why he had conceded defeat early. The diplomatic corps, and this story is on newscenter.com. Diplomatic corps commends Dr. Bawumia for exemplary leadership during the 2024 polls. The diplomatic corps in Ghana has extended commendation to Dr. Mahmoudou Bawumia, the 2024 flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, for his demonstration of exemplary leadership and unwavering commitment to democratic principles. Now, the statement lauded Dr. Bawumia's actions, particularly his honorable concession in the recent elections, describing it as a testament of his statesmanship and deep love for Ghana. According to the diplomatic corps, such conduct highlights the strength and maturity of Ghana's democracy, which continues to serve as a model for the African continent. In their message, the diplomatic corps praised Dr. Bawumia for his grace and integrity in accepting the election outcome, noting that his actions contribute significantly to Ghana's enviable democratic credentials. The story goes on to say his peaceful and dignified response to the transition process was cited as a profound reflection of his character and respect for the democratic process. Now this, the court noted, reinforces Ghana's position as a beacon of hope and inspiration for other nations striving to uphold democratic governance. Now, the statement also emphasized the importance of political leaders demonstrating maturity and responsibility in safeguarding the ideals of peace, unity, and progress. Now, Dr. Bawumia's conduct, according to the Corps, underscores the shared responsibility of leaders to prioritize national cohesion and development over partisan interests. Such leadership, they said, reaffirms the international community's trust in Ghana's democratic system and its potential to continue being a source of pride for the continent. Now, the diplomatic corps concluded by encouraging all stakeholders in Ghana to uphold the democratic values that uplift the nation and inspire others. They expressed gratitude to Dr. Bawumia for his contribution to Ghana's democratic journey and wished him success in his endeavors. And the corps called on political actors to strengthen Ghana's legacy of democracy and foster a collective commitment to values that advance peace and prosperity for the nation and its people. So that's that story was on newscenter.com. It's just similar to what we're saying about the gentleman, Dr. Bawumia. So I think it's important for all and sundry, especially those who tend to have, a rather incendiary tongue, to want to throw flames and start fires where they don't need to be started and all of that. That if you don't have a country, because you burnt it down, there's nothing to do. There's no policies, there's no grand plans, all your fantastic ideas and plans for the nation will be useless if you don't have a nation to speak of, right? And so some people say it's like it cannot be peace at all costs. No, it must be peace at all costs. It has to be peace at all costs. Because guess what? If you don't have peace and you don't have a nation, that you don't have any place to, push your grand ideas of whatever it is you want to do, purportedly to serve the nation. You have to have peace and a nation that exists to be able to apply your fantastic ideas, So it's important.
Right.
Let's make sure that a country is peaceful and governable. You see what I'm saying? If it's not a governable nation, there are nations in this world that are not governable.
So many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you read about the unfortunate incidents that are happening in Haiti, for example. You're like, goodness gracious. I mean, for years, the government has not existed. It's rebels that run the country. Literally. And they're trying hard to bring back a semblance of normality. But it's not easy. Once you go a certain path, it's not easy to return. Our neighbors around us have issues. So let's thank God for what we have, really.
Right.
And appreciate it, and let's not belittle it and take it for granted.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us check out one last one.
Okay.
NPP expels Agona West MP Cynthia Morrison and 279 others.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start. The Agona West constituency branch of the New Patriotic Party has expelled 280 members, including the incumbent MP or Member of Parliament, Cynthia Morrison, effective December 16, 2024. The decision was reached unanimously during an expanded constituency executive committee meeting on December 15, 2024. The expelled members have been banned indefinitely for holding themselves out as party members, holding any position within the party, attending or participating in any party meetings or activities, and using any party symbols or flags. The action follows several complaints from other party members against the expelled individuals for standing as independent candidates, joining or declaring support for other political parties, and supporting independent candidates in the recent parliamentary elections. So the decision was communicated by Alhaji Jibrin Tanko, the constituency chairman, in a statement dated December 16, who emphasized that the party constitutions mandates such actions to maintain discipline and unity within the party. And we have the communique there. Should I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the forfeiture of membership notice. The national and regional party leadership and the general public are hereby notified that the following members have ceased to be members of the party effective today in accordance with Article 391 of the party constitutions, and that's in 2017, as amended. These individuals have been banned indefinitely from holding themselves out as members of the party, holding any position in the party, attending or participating in any party meetings or activities, using any party symbol or flag. The decision was made unanimously at the expanded constituency executive committee meeting held on Sunday, 15 December 2024. The composition of the meeting comprised constituency officers, municipal chief executive, constituency founding members, current and former council of elders and patrons, constituency disciplinary committee members, and electoral area coordinators of the party in Agona West. The decision follows several complaints received from other party members against the persons for one, standing as an independent candidate against the officially elected parliamentary candidate of the party, 2, joining or declaring their support for another political party, 3, supporting an independent candidate in the just ended December 7, 2024 parliamentary election in Agona West constituency, and lastly, continuously demonstrating such character against the party in every election year. Kindly find attached the list of all the individuals expelled from the party effective 16 December 2024. Thank you for your cooperation. And it's signed there, Alhaji Jibrin Tanko, who's the constituency chairman of Agona West CC. In fact, he copied the Central Regional Chairman of NPP and all media houses. And we have the name of all expelled members of Agona West NPP.
Tall list.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, so that's what we have for the news review segment this morning. We will go and do some sports next.